My name is Halil and today I will simplify your life and show you how to hit your macros perfectly every day. 3, 2, 1, showtime. So the step 1 is to choose your wrap. They range around 170 to 180 calories, this size wrap. Go for the one that you fancy. Step 2 is to choose your protein source. I will take you through how to prepare chicken, fish, pork, beef and some vegetarian options in the end as well. And lastly, we will talk about snacks. This is you. Whether you want to cut or bulk, the purpose of this diet is to get you started with an easy routine. The idea here is while you count your calories and macros, you won't be measuring everything after the first initial setup. All you will have to know is how many wraps you are eating that day and how much snack calories you have left to eat. This is going to be a high protein diet. On average, the wraps are all prepared to be 436 calories and 35 grams of protein in each portion. Since you are a weightlifting person, your protein intake is the number one macro that you will be counting, and you will aim to hit 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight, and the rest will be carbs and fats. As a starting point, you need to know your total daily expenditure. Let's call this TDEE. You can use an online TDEE calculator to get a rough estimate. This will be your maintenance calories. Depending on how lean you are, you will need to adjust how aggressively you cut or add your calories. The best practice is to do it gradually and monitor the progress as you go. Your snacks will be everything other than your wraps, although you can eat anything, including donuts. Needless to say, it is not ideal, especially if you're trying to lose some weight. I have a video about eating donuts only for 3 days. The link is in the description. Have a look after you watch this one. If you are going to be cutting, your ideal choice of fruits will be berries. Avocados are also good to have, whether on a cut or bulk, to add a little fiber and healthy fats to your diet. This wrap diet involves a lot of cheese. If you are lactose intolerant, you may switch cheese with a choice of your dip or sauce, but keep in mind that you will have to recalculate your own macros for each wrap. I'm using 5% fat pork and 5% fat beef. The way I cook them, I lay them onto the tray, press them down and put them in the oven. It's easy to cook and they turn out like this. This is the beef and this is the pork one. Let's start with the beef wrap. Each 500 grams of mince will make 4 portions, so 4 wraps. I will cut the block into 4 even pieces, then further slice them diagonally to improve the texture. The macros I'm listing are all calculated using plain white tortilla wrap on each, and changing the wrap won't affect the macros too much. In this one, we'll have 125 grams uncooked weight of 5% fat beef and 25 grams of grated mature cheddar. Cutting diet is basically a bulking diet without the extras, hence lower calories. What I usually do while bulking is to hit my macros perfectly with the wrap diet and increase my calories by having something I enjoy as a snack. People ask me all the time, can I use ketchup? Can I use mayo? Just do whatever is sustainable for you. I don't normally count in my sauces as I don't put on too much, but just for this demonstration I measured how much I put on. The sauce I use is Nando's peri peri hot sauce, and I use 20 grams on each wrap. Now, the way you wrap the wraps, you fold both ends and press them down. From here you will take one end and tuck it under a little bit and keep rolling. Depending on how you are going to eat these wraps, if you have a microwave, you can microwave them just before you eat and melt the cheese inside. If you are going to do that, I suggest wrapping them up in kitchen towel, then wrap it up with foil for storage. When you put them in the microwave, without the foil obviously, the towel will soak up the moisture. Normally I will put 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of foil, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of kitchen towel, put the wraps on top, put the meat on top, put the stuff that I'm going to put in, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, and done. That's a more efficient way, but I'm trying to be in the frame. I'm going to do the same thing for the pork as well. Cut it into 4 pieces and slice them diagonally. This time the difference will be the cheese. Instead of using mature cheddar, I will use ghost cheese. When you microwave the ghost cheese, it melts and becomes like cream cheese. The ghost cheese I'm using is in tube shape and it's 125 grams per pack. I put it on the plate and mark it with a knife into 4 pieces. Put the meat on the wrap, slide the first piece of cheese and spread it onto the wrap. This ghost cheese has been out of the fridge for a while, so it has softened up a little bit. Okay, moving on to the multi-seed tortilla wraps. Let's open it gently. Okay, that'll do. I cleaned the surface, by the way, so that we don't need a plate. I'm going to use pre-cooked and seasoned chicken for this one, because I had to prepare so many wraps to show and cooking takes time. I use ghost cheese on this one as well. These wraps do break apart easily though, because of the way they are made, but they do taste good, much better than the other ones. The easiest tortilla wrap to wrap with is the plain white one, which I prefer most of the time. For this one I'm using mixed herb wraps. Sweet corn goes well with tuna, so we'll use the whole can for 4 wraps. We also need 4 cans of tuna in spring water. I already measured 100 grams of grated matured cheddar, and I will also add in a red pepper for the color and texture. It doesn't have much calories to even consider counting. The drained weight of each can is 102 grams. The only thing you need to be careful of is you need to drain them well. Because if you don't drain them well, you will get soggy wraps, and you don't want soggy wraps. I put the meat in shape and add on the peppers, sweet corn and cheese, then I wrap the fat babies up. Now we are moving on to the vegetarian options. This one will have tofu, reduced fat hummus and reduced fat cheese. I don't press the tofu, I just drain it and slice it into 8 pieces. The tofu I'm using here is 117 calories for the 1/4 of a package, so that's how much going in each wrap. This one is also unseasoned, but you may use seasoned one. In this case, I'm going to season it myself with onion granules, smoked paprika and chili flakes. I sprayed the pan with 1 color cooking spray and left them untouched until they are cooked perfectly on one side. Then flipped them and left them until fully cooked. We will have a pack of 200 grams reduced fat hummus for 4 wraps. Then add in the cheese, followed by 2 pieces of tofu and wrap them up. For the corn mince wrap, we need a can of black beans in water and sweet corn. I chose black beans as they are higher in protein compared to other beans. Put everything in a microwavable bowl and mix them up a little bit, cover it with a plate and microwave for 8 minutes. Then when cooked, separate the bowl into 4 portions. If you leave them like this, they're going to be dry, so we need to add some sauce. You may add salsa as it has very low calories. You may add red pepper sauce, it's like a dip. In this case I'm adding Nando's hot sauce again, but you can add in any low calorie sauces you like. You can add ketchup if you want. It's all about keeping it sustainable. If you consistently eat the same thing, you will get consistent results. I'm leaving the both ends open for now as they're still warm. Let's talk about your snacks. You can have any green vegetable. They don't have much calories, like broccoli, lettuce or anything that you want to make salad with. If it's not green, let's say carrots or other vegetables, you need to check the calories. Peppers are an exception. They have next to no calories no matter what color they are. If you want to add in more calories and fiber into your diet, avocados and nuts are your best bet. If you want to add in more protein, fat-free cottage cheese has amazing macros. Here I'm making a low-calorie salad. There are almost no calories from the vegetables. I would only count the reduced fat mozzarella cheese that I added on top. Salads are especially good when you're cutting as they have more volume than calories. If you are trying to put on weight, then you would use full-fat mozzarella, full-fat cottage cheese. You would add olive oil, nuts and seeds into your salad to increase the calories. If you say, Halil, you didn't mention breakfast. Well, there's no breakfast, lunch or dinner instead. But if you have to have something other than a wrap, you can have eggs. Add in some cheese or veggies and make an omelette. So you can have a breakfast, but you don't have to have one. You know how it ends. You gotta like, share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. 3. And we run out of kitchen towel. Amazing. Right, when you wrap them, Oh, that's unwrapped. Oh God, no, no. Don't die on me. Be smart. Don't expect me to teach you life lessons. I'm just teaching you how to wrap a wrap. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, and done.